I need to say yes to everyone and everything all the time. I don't want to miss out on anything. I don't want to disappoint people. I don't want to be stuck at home alone with just my thoughts. This used to be me on such a deep level. I think I've always been this way for as long as I can remember. So if you relate to this, hang in there because this video is for you. We are talking all about boundaries today. This is a topic that I love talking about because it's something that I struggle with personally so much. And to be honest, I don't think it's a place that we ever arrive to. This is always going to be something that I am learning about and adjusting and playing around with. I'm super excited to dive in, but y'all know what we got to do first. We got to throw a little dance party, 10 seconds. Get some energy out or build some energy in your body. Just dance around the room wherever you are. If you're sitting down, do a little fist bump. Let's go. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I've been here in my office. I feel like it's been years, to be honest. I feel like I can't even remember the last time I recorded a video in my office. I was getting ready and like miking up and getting everything situated, and not gonna lie, I teared up a little bit. I was like, holy shit, this has been a long time since I've been here. So if this is your first time on my channel, I just want to say welcome. My name's Hannah. I am the founder of Well, and I really am so excited to create this community where we are able to come and bring our fears and frustrations and anxieties and have a safe space to explore all of this. If you are someone that has struggled with setting boundaries or that is currently struggling with setting boundaries, I just want you to know that I see you. This is normal. I'm really happy that you clicked on this video so you can learn a little and ignite a little spark of empowerment in your life. We all struggle with setting boundaries, so don't think for 1 second that you are the odd man out, odd woman out. So I had to talk about setting boundaries today because last week I didn't create a video. For the first time since creating this channel, I didn't put out a video, and it's always been a super anxiety inducing thing for me to think about not creating a video and not being consistent. I'm someone that is very consistent. I tend to fall into habitual routine very easily, which can be a good thing, but can also be a bad thing. I have trouble letting go of things sometimes. And so last week, honestly, I decided to put myself first, to practice what I'm preaching, practice setting that boundary in taking care of myself and my mental health and my being. So I really just share that again to reiterate, this is not a place that we arrive to. This is not somewhere where you're going to develop these skills and learn about these skills and then be perfect, right? We are all human, we all fall short sometimes, and that is okay. So first off, the craziest thing about setting boundaries to me is that I used to put all of this pressure on myself, and still do to some extent, to not disappoint people. Like, that's the part that I most relate with in the beginning of either not disappointing people, FOMO, or not wanting to sit home alone with yourself, being uncomfortable with just yourself. I very much relate to not disappointing people, saying no when someone requests something of me. But the crazy thing about setting boundaries to me is that when you put yourself first, you are able to present yourself to your people and to the world in the best manner possible. You're able to present the best version of yourself. It's this really funny juxtaposition to me that when I put myself first, then I am able to better show up for the people that I love, the people that I care about, and the people that I have to show up for. I am a better version of Hannah when I take care of myself. It's really not that complicated, and you might be like, yeah, that was silly. But we often put all of this unnecessary pressure on us that is silly. This might not be something that you struggle with. Maybe you struggle with the fear of missing out, or you struggle with just sitting down and being quiet and just sitting with yourself. But there's all of these crazy pressures that we put on ourselves that really are ridiculous. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I just need to hear it over and over and over again, that it's okay to set a boundary. It's okay to put yourself first. It's necessary and important and imperative that you put yourself first. The biggest benefit to me is that when I set a boundary, I create that space. It's almost like an invitation. I'm inviting that person the space and availability to set boundaries for themselves. To me, in the past, I've put all of this pressure of that negative self-talk that I'm being selfish when I'm setting a boundary. But it's totally the opposite. It reminds me of that quote by Nelson Mandela, something like, when we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. Does that make sense? So if you need that reminder today, you are not selfish for putting yourself first. It actually is helping the other person when you set that boundary, and taking care of yourself, your mental health, your energy, whatever you want to call it, allows you to present yourself in an even better manner and light to the world. So I have a personal example for you. Hopefully you can relate to this. So it was actually just yesterday, and I was really struggling mentally. I was having a lot of anxiety around hanging out with these people. I'm working on making new friends, which is so stressful as an adult to make friends. Like, that's a whole nother topic that we should probably talk about. But anyway, so I'm hanging out with this new person, and I was feeling like a lot of like social anxiety relating to that. So I literally sat myself down. I was like, you know what, Hannah? You can be super anxious, but what are you gonna do about it? We have a couple options. We could just cancel and say, you know, I'm just not feeling well. We could lie. We could say something came up, just can't hang out today, sorry. We could try to push through it, which I have learned does not really work well with anxiety. You can't just push through it and not address it. Or we could look it straight in the eye, take it for what it is what it is, feeling a little anxious regarding this situation, and let the other person in. So I texted them and I said, hey, I'm feeling super anxious, I can't go to lunch. Could we do this instead that I felt more comfortable with and felt more doable to me? And also just sharing the fact that I am struggling today, and being able to set that boundary for myself was super empowering. It's something, again, I told you in the beginning, I still struggle with this. It's something that I'm still dealing with. And the way that she responded was with such grace and such love and space. It really kind of took me back. I was a little bit surprised because I had all of this mental negativity running around in my head, and anxiety, fear, all of these emotions, they have a lot of lies pent up in them. And we tell ourselves all of these lies when we're experiencing these emotions that sometimes, most of the time, just aren't true. And being able to be vulnerable and set that boundary, first of all, is super fucking hard. So I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm sharing this with you to hopefully help you see how difficult it is, but that it can be done. But being able to set that boundary, it allowed her to open up to me and share some things that she was struggling with. As we let our light shine, we unconsciously give others the permission to let their light shine as well. So this video is just a big reminder to give yourself space, to give yourself grace. I saw this beautiful Instagram post the other day, and she said, summer is the season of just being. So just be this summer. Take time for yourself, take time to invest in yourself, and take time to mindfully think of some ways that you can set boundaries in your week. These could be very small boundaries. If it's something that you are just beginning your journey on, you don't need to set this huge boundary that you're super uncomfortable with. Find what is comfortable for you and set that small boundary, because when you're able to start small, that is how you build. The Great Wall of China was not built all at one time. It was one small stone at a time, right? Great analogy, I know. So my hope and my prayer for you this summer, or whenever you're watching this video, is this week, give yourself some time to just be. Thanks so much for watching. I'm so excited to have you be a part of this community. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.